Hello, my name's Simon Tillotson, and this is the first of what I'm going to call a 5-minute recap, which is just 5 minutes on the message from All Saints from this morning's service. And today was our pet service, and I was talking quite a bit about our dog, whose name is Beth, and what lessons we can learn from that. So that's the story of Beth, but what spiritual meaning might it have for us today? Well, what I was really trying to say this morning is that if animals can change, why is it that we as human beings find it difficult to change ourselves? There seems to be a lot of fatalism about the personality going on in our culture today. And what I mean by that is people say, well, this is the way I am, this is me. This is the way I behave. Sometimes people will encourage others to express themselves and say, well, if that's the person you are, you should be like that. You need to be assertive, or you need to stick up for yourself. You need to stand up for what you believe is right. Now, there's nothing wrong with listening to our inner heart. But Christianity says, actually, if we try and fully become ourselves in a selfish way, we end up impoverishing ourselves. We end up losing life. Jesus said, he who would find life must lose it. And he who would look after his own life will lose it. In other words, it's not by trying to assert ourselves that we find life. It's by a different route. And that route is the route of opening our lives up to God and saying to God, actually, I do have things that need changing. I am selfish. I am self-seeking. I look for my own glory rather than your glory. I can put myself first in a relationship rather than thinking of the person that I love. Change is possible, according to Christianity. If we reach out to God, we can ask him to come into our lives and change us. I was talking about the prodigal son and how he went away from his father. He ended up working in the pit with the pigs, which for a Jewish person was the worst possible place to work. And then he came to his senses and repented of his selfishness and returned to his father. And his father gave him a huge embrace. The prodigal son had changed. All he did was turn round. So if an animal can change, can we change? We need to experience the love of God in our lives in order for that change to happen. It's not by changing the furniture around in our lives, moving things around, changing our job or things like that. They can help. Ultimately, Christianity says it's about inner change that matters. If a pet can be rescued, how much more can we be changed? And that's my prayer for you today and for myself, that we would all learn about that process of inner change in our own lives. Amen.